Hi, I'm Tara Tollefson.
And I'm Pam Nelson.
And this is my 180 story. I met Pam because I hired her to work for the Buzz Company. Her very first day of work, or her very first day in the office, we talked about Westwood. And from what I remember, she was talking about Westwood. I probably made some offhanded but not terribly serious comment about, oh yeah, I should find a church. And the next thing I know, she's inviting me and I'm saying yes. I'm not really sure how that happened still. But so her very first day of work, she invited me. And what's really great and ironic about that is I had a real chip on my shoulder with Christians. In fact, one of my friends and I used to call people crazy Christians, or my personal favorite, feisty Christy. And so if Pam had spent time to get to know me, I don't know that she would have asked me. That might have been too intimidating.
You know, it was really great because Tara opened the door for me that very first day. She didn't know it, but I had come to work, you know, just praying early in the morning, God, just, you know, help me to be a light wherever you're going to be sending me out into the work world. You
know, the first conversations that Pam and I had around Westwood really were around church. I was looking for a community, and that was really the word I kept using. It'd be nice to have a community. Really, for me, it was not about relationship with God at that point. It was more about my son. I'm a single mom, and I thought I should probably be going to church. When I first came to Westwood, I was uncomfortable in a good way, and knew that there was something that I really liked about it, and it was really challenging me at the same time.
You know, that first couple times that she came to Westwood, I sat there as a listener and was kind of nervous, just thinking, what is she going to think about this? And just don't do that. You know, I had to kind of talk myself away from that after a little while, and then just realize, God, it's not me drawing her here, it's you.
It took me a while to even understand what it would mean to say yes to Jesus. That was, at first, that just seemed an odd question to even ask. I didn't get even what it meant. God was pursuing me really heavily, which I am so grateful for, because there were many times that had he not been pursuing me so heavily, I would have walked away. So I had, the same day that Steve was wrapping up his series on the Trinity, I finished reading The Shack. And I literally probably spent the rest of the day crying with joy, just really, for the first time, understanding God's love. I was asking a lot of questions, and that night is when she sent me the exclusivity, the piece on exclusivity. I listened to it, and that's really when it hit me. And so I think the next day or a couple days later, we were doing the email thing, and I said, probably as a one-liner in email, by the way, I think I've accepted Christ.
It was, you know, 5:30 in the morning, and my initial thought was, I wasn't there with her, what does this mean? I'm going to send her all these scriptures, blah, 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 blah. But then God just, you know, kind of just stopped me and just let me celebrate and just rejoice in the way that I knew that His grace and love had poured out to her, and that's all that needed to be said.
If you're thinking of that one person to invite and they're kind of intimidating and stubborn, look for the open opportunities and just dive in and invite them and see what happens.